Video 6? Week? Wait, what is it? Week? That can't be. Week 26 already? In the Grand 2026, you know what I'm saying? February 19th. I don't know when this video is gonna drop, but that's the day I'm recording this. Man, it's been a while since I dropped, so first and foremost, I just want to state my sincerest apologies. School's been pretty intense, and we're only in February. It's gotta push for 4 more months, I guess. I don't know when I go on summer break, but anyway, your boy's back, and it's true. My return was truly inevitable. Oh, yeah, and before we begin, you already know what I'm about to say. Make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Check out all my videos. I didn't make that bread too. That cha-ching. But yeah, I've been really stumped. I think that's the right word. I've been just stumped on what to make a video about. I went pretty hard on my last videos, and I kinda got shadow banned by the big tube for being a tad bit naughty and mentioning the big Stein and his island. And honestly, I think I should save that video for now, cause what's going on now with that stuff is crazy. But that's not what today's video is about, cause I don't feel like getting shadow banned. So don't fret, my simple viewer. As I stated, I was stumped on what to make a video about. I've been pondering for, 6 months. What do I talk about? How do I top my 45 views that the Roblox video got? Every holiday, every break, I sat and explored my mind. I pondered and truly wondered, what do I talk about? And this week, it hit me. I got the revelation we all needed. What bigger thing can I talk about? You may be questioning. Well, I'm talking about Super Bowl 60, which was headed by the big, bad New England Israeli Patriots and our hero of the story, the humble Seattle Seahawks. Unfortunately, they played the worst Super Bowl I have ever experienced in my 16 years of living. Technically. I gotta say, most Super Bowls are entertaining at some point. Maybe one team makes a really big comeback. I know the Chiefs did that in one against the 49ers. I can't count, so obviously I don't know that one. Even though last year was a blowout, it was nice seeing the Chiefs getting smacked. But this one was just utter dog water. I think that's the right word, the only thing that saved it was Benito, bro. El Conejito Malo, man. Bad Bunny. With that inspirational halftime show, man, made me shed tears. Like I said, complete piss show, complete dog water show of the Super Bowl, embarrassment to the NFL. Never should introduce the New England Patriots to a Super Bowl again. I don't believe the NFL is scripted, but if it is, make them the new Jets, bro. Just never let them see the playoffs again. It would have been completely more interesting if the best team in the NFL played. Again, you may be questioning, the best team? Who could that be? Well, the best team is also known as the one and only Chicago Bears, man. The Bears. The greatest team on this magnificent planet. And, I know they're going to the Super Bowl next year. I don't gotta worry, And also, unfortunately, They're the best team in Chicago currently. And I also got news that they want to move to this utter dump called Northwest Indiana. So, that's that. I actually got that news like not even 5 minutes ago. I truly hope it's not true, because who wants to move to Northwest Indiana? That would be disgusting. So, I said best team, but I don't really know. I think the Cubs kind of are too. But I ain't no Cubby, bro. I'm a White Sox for life, man. We suck too, so. Oh yeah, and I'm trying to buy a White Sox jersey, bro. So, if y'all don't mind like pitching in and sending me a bit of cash, I wouldn't mind that. Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Oh yeah, I apologize for my voice too. I'm a little sick. I know every time I record a video, I'm like freaking sick. I don't know. Does that have to do is that a correlation? It's weird. Excuse me. So, anyway, getting back to that complete disaster of the Super Bowl, the Patriots made freaking Sam Darnold look like Tom Brady. Actually, that's a lie. That dude was still singing like Ghost. I don't know what was going on with him. I don't know how he even played good. He looked wild. You got Jason too. My apologies. The Emerald City Route Artist did nothing impressive that game. I think the most memorable. I don't know how to say it. The most that he did was get a concussion. Kenneth Walker the third. My apologies. He carried that game, honestly, along with the kicker. I don't know his name, so sorry for that one too. Also, I guess shout out to them for getting revenge for that last Super Bowl against the Patriots. Pretty gnarly. It was really boring. Now to the team that I hate the most, and the QB I despise the most, Drake May, aka the most overrated quarterback in the history of football. If I said Darnold was seeing ghosts, I hope to never see what freaking Drake May was seeing, bro. It was a complete embarrassment. He looked like a middle schooler playing with the college boys, bro. Scratch that. He looked like a freaking 8-year-old playing in the NFL. You know who can never do that? My GOAT, Caleb Williams. Oh yeah. Also, I'm gonna spread hate to Will Campbell too, I don't really know how to end this. I don't really know what to say now. I already ranted. It's a pretty short video. I guess I could predict the next Super Bowl with the Bears in it. So, here's my predictions. The Bears are the #1 seed, and obviously they win the NFC North, because, who else would? They make it to the Super Bowl against, who could they play against? Honestly, bring whoever. We could go against anyone, and we'd still win. So, here's how it's going to go. The Bears are down 24 at halftime. The score is 3 to, I don't know what, 27. I think that's down 24. The GOAT, Ben Johnson, addresses the team and gives the most inspirational speeches known to mankind. And while the world is vibing to Kanye, yay, because he's performing next year at the Super Bowl 61 halftime show. I can confirm that he's going to be there. Don't worry, guys. My glorious warrior, Caleb Williams, will lock in. And he's going to remember that it's the second half. The moment he sees that 3 and that 4 on the quarter, it's over. He's going to lead the team to a tie heading into the fourth quarter. Then the Bears defense will lock in for the first time in forever, since freaking 1986, 85. And we blow out the AFC. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my script. I have a script. It doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. My apologies. Yeah, we're heading into the fourth quarter. The game hasn't finished yet. We're heading into the fourth quarter, and the game is tied. And like I said, the Bears defense will lock in for like the first time in forever. I think, what did I say, 85, 86? And once the clock hits 0, we will blow out the AFC 45-27. And Caleb Williams will not only win Super Bowl MVP, but also regular season MVP. And he'll go down in history. We'll build that statue because we must stay in Soldier Field. If not, dare I say we go to Arlington Heights. I just hope we do not go to that dump freaking Indiana, bro. We'll build a statue. He'll cement his place in NFL history, Chicago history, man. He'll be up there with Jordan and D Rose and all of the GOATs, man. Bear down. And F the Packers always, bro. Peace and God bless.